Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to modern audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to modern audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable to audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV's content may not be suitable.
Eric Buddy Burke, he says, everybody's a booker now. I'm not Booker T, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Tell me he didn't just say that. There's only one important birthday that we should be talking about here at Wrestling POV. And that is Mimi Goody turned 72 years old!
You know what it is, right, Mimi? No? You have no idea? It's churlish.
It is churlish.
It is
And where does
churlish.
it belong?
Very
It belongs straight in the toilet.
churlish. I still don't know.
That's great. Is he really?
How?
He had surgery on his knee after rupturing his patella tendon
Oh,
against Ali on June 15th.
wow. And I like Nutellas on my bread, too, man. I can't believe that.
But,
No
you
one
know,
ever
it's
takes their
basic-
ball goes home in a good way.
Exactly. And Rick should know about that.
Oh, damn.
It's true.
Wait, he's got one ball? And why do you know?
To license it.
Because the cruiser, what was it, 245, whatever it is.
205. Hey, you watch that 245 wrestling?
245.
245.
I know that 245 wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I watch 245 every day.
You know
I
what I
watch
mean?
367.
Hello and welcome to a new edition of Wrestling POV Podcast. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with Mimi Goody.
Hello.
And the third wheel. What are you talking about?
What are you doing? I announced the show, man.
Yeah, but Tony, you messed it up. In Canada, they have this whole reversal day thing, and we're doing it.
What?
That's what they do in Canada.
United
This
States.
is the United States of America. Oh my God. What has this show gone into? Oh my God. Has Rick got Canadianized?
I think so.
I think so. You're closer than we are, so
I know.
anyway.
I know, huh?
Welcome. I know, huh? That's the Mexican in you, Mimi. All right, so welcome to our new show, folks. We're still now. Before we go on to what we normally talk about, Rick, where in the hell is Miguel? I haven't heard anything from him. He hasn't what the fuck's going on?
I mean, it's like he just vanished. He left me that message saying that he was home, but he's not home. I would know. So I don't know where
Right.
he is, and it's been silence, and I'm really starting to miss him.
What?
I know.
Really? Oh my God. Jesus. All right. Well, hey, I mean, hopefully he'll text. I mean, that's going on over 2 weeks now.
Yeah, 2 weeks, man.
Holy shit. It's kind of weird. All right. Well, you know what? As they say, the show must go on. We have to definitely look into this further. Actually, we might have to email the Wrestling POV president and find out if he knows anything. All right, so now we're just fresh off the wrestling pay-per-view of Stomping Grounds. We did get a new champion, a new interstate champion, and a new overseas champion. Do you have that, Rick? I don't
Yes, the Wrestling POV champion is Kaylin Knox.
Oh,
And
wow.
The interstate champion is unbelievable. It's Cousin Jay. You know, all this crap you talk about him maxing out points, he got more titles than anybody ever.
I know, right? Folks, max out your points, will you?
And then overseas champ is Dusty Riley. He just basically went from champ to third place.
Wow. He's been there. He's been getting there, taking the titles and stuff.
And Mimi Goody
What?
has more points than Rick.
No.
Yeah, I'll let you.
All right, so now, of course, we have a new Rick Serrano III award recipient. What's her name?
That's Tina M. Hunter
Tina M. Hunter.
from
Where's she
Minnesota.
Another one from Minnesota. Adam Monet. Adam Monet's been missing.
Yeah.
He's another one that's
With
been
him and
missing.
Miguel
What's going
Cole.
on, right? I wonder if they're hanging out with each
right?
other. But yeah, Tina, she did bad.
She did real bad.
She did really, really bad. Sorry, girl, but this, you know what? Take the award with praise and honor, and just hope by the next pay-per-view somebody does 10 times worse. All right, so we're going to go over that in a few minutes. But, of course, we have our Facebook poll and hater comment of the week. And we got news, rumors, injury. And, of course, we got the hot tag news of the week. We got 2 of them, people. Yeah, 2 of them. And I'm just going to remind people before we go on is that, number one, do that little recommendation on our page, please. We need more. We appreciate if you do more. So just put that on there. And number 2, if you have at any time, if you guys, either if it's for our show or the Global guys, if you want to discuss something and treat it as a hot tag news of the week, drop it on our Facebook page and we'll do it, instead of, waiting to see what happens, throw it out there. If you think it's going to be something that's going to be well debated, throw it on our Facebook page and we will talk about it on the show. You may or may not like what we have to say. But that's the good thing about our show is the POV point, is the point of view. It's everybody's different point of views, and that's what makes this show great, in my opinion. So, what?
I make this show great.
Good God, woman. You really just, okay, hey. Well, wow, we got Miguel missing, we got Adam Monet missing, we got Mimi Gui saying she makes this show. Good God almighty. All right, so with that being said, let's go straight on to the Facebook poll of the week, which was posted by Rick. He wanted to know, is social media making wrestling better or worse? What do you think? It's your post, Rick.
All right, well, for me, wrestling has always been good for me when I was younger because of the mystery and stuff like that. I feel like with social media now, a lot of spoilers get leaked and a lot of people, there's a lot of opinions out there that you probably don't want to hear. And
right.
It messes things up, it messes up the mystery of it all. But if you look at it from an indie wrestler point of view, that definitely helps. Social media definitely helps you if you're
a lot of indie guys. You're right.
If you're an indie wrestler or indie wrestling in general. But for things like WWE, like we said, we got some topics in the hot tag news. Like, for example, Seth Rollins and Will Ospreay. That's just stupid. I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear from it. Billy Graham? Do you want to hear Billy Graham's opinions on wrestling? No.
But don't you think on the other side of it, don't you think that they're using social media as an advantage to themselves?
Yeah.
Because seriously, like everybody knows who Seth Rollins is.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, you know what? I'll leave that statement to when we do talk about it, but I'll use Superstar Billy Graham, for instance. Kids nowadays that are watching wrestling, they have no idea who Superstar Billy Graham is. I remember him. He was a beast. He was nasty. He was a big dude. Now he's just an old grumpy guy. That's how I see it. So by him using social media to express his opinions on what's been going on in the wrestling world, people are going to be like, wait, who's this guy and why is he talking shit about wrestling? So then what do? They look him up. They see what he's about. Like, oh, wow. So, it kind of goes both ways, but I definitely see where you're coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? So, my opinion, I think it does, but only when they can't keep the element of surprise out of social media. Right. And that's what pisses me off. And it's not just WWE. It's all the marks out there, too. I'm sorry to say, all the fans. Sorry, I call them all marks. Oh, my God. It's all the fans out there, too. Like I've seen so many times when there's a pay-per-view and somebody's at work or something and they can't make it back home until, later on. But they happen to stroll along Facebook, and what do they see? Spoilers. They see people commenting about the match. Oh my God, Ricochet won the title. Holy shit. Thanks, guy. Didn't know that. Wasn't watching because I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it happens with that too. So, Mimi, what are your opinion on this? Is social media really making wrestling better or worse?
It's 60-40 for me.
60-40?
Yeah, 60% of it is that they spoil everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sasha Banks, whether she's going to re-sign or not, or just a lot of spoilers out there.
Right.
I think also is the 40% is like people like me who watch it, but is not very familiar with all the new wrestlers that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, for me, it's giving me information on these people.
All right. I hear you. Well, good old Josh Sanders says the surprise factor. Hey, I just said that. He says the surprise factor of things is gone. Normally hear about returns and new wrestlers signing with other news outlets. So, pretty much what we were saying.
Yeah.
That's what I say. So yeah, no, I agree with Josh. Ray Spalding.
So nasty.
He said, "Love the graphic for the better option." Oh, because of the graphic sheet.
Much better.
Much
better.
Ian Chapman, he said, depends on how people use it, really. I've seen Tama Tonga and Will Ospreay stay in character on their social media accounts. I've also seen a bunch of WWE guys break character on theirs.
That's true.
So,
Which is what I feel like they should be doing. You should be in character on your social media. I'm sorry.
I agree.
And it'll create more heat for yourself.
Yes.
I agree.
So, Eric Buddy Burke, he says, everybody's a booker now. I'm not Booker T, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Yeah, he did. Shoot. What was his name again? I forgot. Where'd he go?
Something.
There he is. Eric Buddy Burke. He's, yeah. You know what, Eric? I'm coming after you, ninja. Oh my God, I'm making threats over the internet. So, the last four we have here. Chris Barrow, he says definitely worse. Rashid Sims, he says worse because some fans ruin it for others. It's like, okay, you have an opinion about it, but not everybody will see the same way or want a pic of silly, just chill. Damn. Okay, sure. Jeffrey Knight II, he said both.
Okay, that's not what we're asking.
That's not what we was asking. Pick one, man. Barry Owickle? Or Owickle? O-I-C-K-L-E. How do you pronounce that? Owickle. Oh, Owickle, what's up? All right. He says worse. There's positives and could be more if they could take advantage of it properly, but as of right now, nowhere near an even trade, and we're all worse for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's right.
He is right. He is right. So this is what's crazy. The overall percentage, it was 79% said worse, 21% said better. And
60-40.
It's you know what? I agree. I agree, but I think that dude deserves to be in the hater comment of the week.
Eric Buddy Burke.
Eric Buddy Burke. All right, he is the hater comment of the week. If a Missing Miguel was here, he would do the honors.
Yeah, and he would say something like, Eric Buddy Burke, hater alert! But he's not here.
Do you have that recorded? That's pretty good.
I mean, when you live with somebody as long as I have with Miguel, you start to sound like each other.
You know, I've heard that before, too. So, all right. Yeah, because me and my wife sound the same, too. So, all right. Now,
Actually, you and your wife look the same.
That's true, too. All right. Yeah, it's weird. All right, so now it is time for the wrestling news from around the world. Rick, do you mind, taking it away?
Sure.
All right, cool.
But before that, let's get into some birthdays. Yahoo! All right, and there's only one important birthday that we should be talking about here at Wrestling POV. And that is Mimi Goody turned 72 years old!
Woo! That's right.
Wow.
House.
Jeepers, man. 72. Wow, you go, girl.
Put your teeth back in, Mimi.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
They fell out.
I was blowing out my candles when it fell out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. The Fox Network wants Jerry the King Lawler to host the WWE studio show that they will be having. What does that mean for Renee Young?
Well, remember I mentioned a while back that they were going to give her that one position.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
Remember.
I remember.
All right.
But yeah, so Jerry the King, they want him.
Wow.
Is that like cool or what?
Yeah.
But
I mean-
Jerry Decay with AEW?
No, that's
JR.
That's JR.
Stop go!
Oh, that one. Okay.
You're talking
Yeah.
about puppies!
He liked my puppies. The saggy, droopy puppies.
Wait, you are
That and hair
72.
plugs. that he got.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, he's gotta have somebody else. He can't do it alone. He's not. He can't carry things by himself anymore.
No,
the way
he
he used
needs. You know what he needs, honestly, and I'm not just saying this because he's a friend of the show. You know who he needs with him?
to. Who?
Byron Saxon.
Byron Saxon.
Byron Saxon.
All right, Miguel.
That's what Miguel used to say.
But you know what I'm saying?
Saxophone.
Byron
The sandwich.
breakfast sandwich.
Sandwich.
Bart Simpson.
Banana split. Oh, Miguel. Where are you, Miguel? Come home.
I know, right? Text somebody. Jesus Christ. All right, so yeah.
Hey, Miguel, you better call somebody.
I seriously think that he needs somebody like Byron Saxon. Mm-hmm. I think because I can't see him with Michael Cole.
No.
Michael Cole is his own person. I can't see him with Corey Graves because it kind of doesn't blend. Because Corey Graves tries to do this babyface thing, or even Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips would do good.
Tom Phillips. What the fuck is wrong with me today? I can't say that damn name.
You're pulling it for Miguel this week.
But you know what I'm saying, though. I mean, the other people. Definitely don't put him with Renee. But somebody like Byron Saxon or Tom Phillips.
Ronaldo, man.
Ooh.
Mauro Ronaldo.
Yes, I didn't even think about that. That would be a good mix. That would be because, how many times would you hear Jerry say, Mauro, calm down? He would say something funny. I think it's a good move. But I also heard, too, that, you know what? I'll save it for later. Go ahead, keep going, Rick.
All right. CM Punk is countersuing Colt Cabana for $600,000 for general damages, interest, and legal fees.
Yep.
So, what goes around comes around, Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
And with that being
and for the first time, I'm siding with CM Punk.
absolutely, man, Colt Cabana was a douchebag, and now it comes around.
Yeah.
You trying to sue your friend that was helping you out? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think Colt Cabana's broke ass needs to go back in the book.
Ooh, interesting. And I agree.
I agree too.
Let's
right.
put Colt Cabana's broke ass. That's what we'll call it.
All right.
Colt Cabana's broke ass. Go ahead.
Colt Cabana's broke ass! You just made the book! Again.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll put Colt Cabana's broke ass again. Not the burp, but you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
You got the gist.
All right, well, that's all I got for the news. On to the rumors, Tony.
All right, rumors I got. The term code breaker is now banned on the list for WWE announcers. They're not allowed to say code breaker anymore.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Who's
seriously.
making up all these fucking stupid rules?
I don't know, but it's freaking dumb, stupid. I don't like it.
You know what it is, Tony?
Well, oh, you know what? It just popped in my head too when you said that. You know what it is, right, Mimi? No? You have no idea? It's churlish.
It is churlish.
It is
And where does it
churlish.
belong?
Very
It belongs straight in the toilet.
churlish. No, I still don't know. I'm stupid. Explain it to me, please.
Anyway, Codebreaker. You know who Codebreaker's from? Jericho.
Jericho, our good friend Jer.
Our good friend Jer. Go. Yeah, it's dumb. I think it's just stupid. All right, my final rumor: Fox. Oh boy. Now they want to have a lot of input on what goes on the show. That's number one. Number two, this is going to be one of their changes. Is that Fox is inviting a lot of celebrities to the show, so it will look more as a big league as possible. They want a more big league, so they're going to invite stars and celebrities and shit like that to be on the show. So
Wrestling's
I
going down the
think-
tubes.
Here's my question: with all these that we're hearing, is Fox is SmackDown in trouble?
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, it's supposed to be better. It's supposed to be,
And that's why
The
Shane's
bee's
been.
knees.
That's why Shane's been going to Raw.
What are you talking about? He's been on SmackDown too.
Yeah, but he's been. I see him on Raw. When was the last time? Oh, which was recently. But when was the last time that Shane was on both shows?
They started it since he's been on both shows since they started doing this wild card bullshit.
yeah.
So
No, I
don't
think
know.
it's time to go.
for him, yeah.
For
but I'm
him,
just. But
for
my
the
question
celebrities.
is, what's-
No celebrities, man.
Those-
Don't bring celebrities.
They don't need, because you know what's going to end up happening. They're going to start bringing celebrities in, and guess what? Every year at the Hall of Fame, one of those celebrities is going to be in the Hall of Fame just because they made one appearance on SmackDown. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
They know
It's
Mike
ridiculous.
Tyson.
It's ridiculous right here, right?
So ridiculous.
Anyway, that's all I got for rumors. Rick, what do you got
All
for
right.
injury?
For injury, Jinder Mahal. He's hurt.
Is he really?
How?
He had surgery on his knee after rupturing his patella tendon
Oh,
against Ali on June 15th.
wow. And I like Nutellas on my bread too, man. I can't believe that.
Patella, not Nutella.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so, Mimi.
Nutella. That's a bad injury, Rick. Is that
is.
what you're gonna ask me?
Yes, how bad is his injury?
That's really bad. Sometimes people don't recover well from that because
Wow.
it's ripped off the bone.
What?
So, he's in high
muscle
spirits.
and tendons get ripped off the bone,
Jeez.
and then it's like, put it this way: your knee is like a hinge, like a door hinge.
Yeah.
Okay. So if one of those hinges are twisted,
Yep.
it's not gonna open properly. So with the knee, it's not gonna bend properly.
Jeez.
And if they don't get it into the
So
right, they could be like 3 millimeters off, and it will not move properly.
So how long is this gonna make him be out
It
for?
can, it depends on the person.
Really?
Usually they're
Well,
out
he's
for
a fit
about
guy,
12
so
weeks.
he's a fit guy, so you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So
usually they're out for 12 weeks because they have to keep it straight.
really,
Wow, so he's going to be out for a while then.
Yeah.
But they said that everything was clean, everything was smooth after the surgery, so maybe it won't be that long. But
Right.
hopes and prayers go out to Jinder Mahal. Hopefully a speedy recovery.
yeah, and with his new contract too. Shit,
Yeah. Thank God that ink dried, bro.
right?
Till like,
Lucky, yeah, he is. Wow. So that's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, so let's go on to the hot tag news, people.
Tag me in, Tony!
All right, it is time for us to tag ourselves in because the Wrestling POV Global guys talked a little bit about this, and now it's our turn. We're tagging ourselves in, damn it. This Saturday will be about Will Ospreay and, today, and Seth Rollins Tweeter war. Tweeter, one of those damn
twatting.
things. He was twatting, yeah. Him and Becky.
Nasty.
So, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, Rick, explain to the good people what happened out there.
All right, so basically, Seth Rollins was on Twitter, and he was just basically talking about how great the Cruiserweight title match was on Stomping Grounds and how there's nobody alive can do what those guys did. So Will Ospreay basically just wrote, "I'm alive." And Seth Rollins took that up the butt and around the corner and was just like, sorry, little man, which is preposterous because Will Ospreay's the same height. And Seth Rollins basically says, sorry, little man, we already got one of you, and his name is Ricochet. And
Damn.
blah, blah, blah. And basically, that's what started this whole war. Now, in my opinion, Seth Rollins is absolutely wrong.
Really?
You shouldn't, first of all, you shouldn't be acknowledging Will Ospreay. Because right now, Will Ospreay's in the little leagues, right? Once you give him acknowledgement, the fanboys are going to go crazy. The internet people are going to go crazy for Will Ospreay.
Right.
But then, here's where Seth Rollins lost for me. Seth Rollins is going to go around and talk about paychecks. Now, you don't talk about paychecks when you're in this business. I'm sorry. Because at the end of the day, Will Ospreay is putting on great matches. Him and Ricochet was running around Japan and all over the world putting on great matches. And then you want to talk about schedule. Will Ospreay is working just as hard as Seth Rollins, if not harder, because he's not guaranteed anything.
Right.
So it's just one of those things where Seth Rollins was just it's just too much. It was just too much for Seth Rollins. I don't think he should be talking as much as he's been talking, especially going about he also, did you hear about him talking about Ambrose coming at Ambrose?
Yeah, I heard the interview.
Yeah, it's preposterous to me.
Well, I mean, but he
what do you
also said that Ambrose is his own man, and he can say what he wants. But how I took the interview was that he was more defending WWE than anything,
Right.
He was just like, I don't want to say he was upset because when I listened to it, it didn't sound like he was upset. All he said was, hey, Ambrose, when he was here, he worked hard. He did his thing. He got out. And, now he's doing better things for himself. He goes, but, I work for this company, blah, blah, blah. And it's great, da, 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 and this and that. So my thing is Seth trying to do or say all this because he wants to be the next John Cena? And represent
He's kissing
the company?
ass for sure,
Or is
definitely.
it really like all over Vince's butt. You know what I'm saying? So, now,
Or here's another scenario that Vince told him to. You have to talk good about the company. But he,
I'm
he's in
sure if Vince was involved in this, I think it would have been more or less of make sure that the subject of Ambrose comes up and defend us.
Right, and denounce him.
But he didn't denounce him. He didn't. On the show, he did not. He said that that's his boy. He'll always love him. They did great things together and this and that.
Well,
he did not denounce him. He didn't, disparage him. He didn't do anything to make Dean Ambrose look like shit.
The only
just
thing
He
he
made
did
him
say,
look like the bad guy, though.
he did
He
say,
made him. Go ahead, Rick.
he did say that Dean took his ball and went home, and
Yeah.
that's kind of a
You
little
think
bit of a
that's a
shot
shot
right
at
there.
him?
Yeah, definitely.
But,
No one ever
it's
takes their ball and goes home in a good way.
Exactly. And Rick should know about that.
Oh, damn.
It's true.
Wait, he's got one ball? And why do you know?
Wait, what?
Pam told me.
Oh, my God. All right, so now... All right, so now, as far as Will Ospreay goes, I will say this, and this is what I was going to mention back about what the whole is the internet ruin everything. I would not have known anything about Will Ospreay if it wasn't for the internet.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, in a bad way, it wasn't because he was having stellar matches all the time. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. When he popped and I could be wrong, but what I noticed Will Ospreay is when he had that match with Ricochet and everybody went fucking nuts over it. And then Vader, rest in peace, my friend, he chimed in on it and was like, "That's not wrestling. One of y'all face me and da-da-da." And well, they did that little angle with, he did that angle with Will Ospreay. It turned out to be. But I wouldn't have known Will Ospreay if it wasn't for that match. You know what I'm saying? And then people all going crazy. I was like, I got to see this. What is this all about? Because if he did not have that match, I still wouldn't know who Will Ospreay is unless I watched New Japan, and he made a couple appearances there. So I wouldn't have known who he was. And for him to come at somebody like Rollins, and it's going to sound like I'm defending Rollins, but for him to come out at Rollins, did Rollins, I think, overreacted, in my opinion. He shouldn't have posted shit like that. But in a sense, he is right, though. Ricochet knocked it out the park with his match. Those Cruiserweight knocked it out the park with their match. So he was absolutely right on that end. But to really go after Will Ospreay, who, in my opinion, and I'm sorry, I'm probably going to get hate for this, is a nobody. And you stooping down to his level, it's like, dude, let him get out of it. Even if Will Ospreay went to Ring of Honor, Christ, or signed with AEW, then I would be more pissed at Rollins. But the dude is still doing little shows here and there, from what I understand, and I don't see him in the internet every day. I don't. So, do I agree with Rollins? Somewhat. This one's a hard one, but I don't know.
Do you think that, at the same token, that Rollins is trying to make him relevant? So he could be getting noticed? Like it could be a work?
I don't know.
To get him noticed so he can go into the cruiserweight? Because the cruiserweight, what was it, 245, whatever it is.
205. Hey, you watch that 245 wrestling?
245.
I love that 245 wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I watch 245 every day.
You know
I
what
watch
I mean?
367.
But they trying to make that show relevant,
Right.
Maybe having him come in because...
You might be right. I don't know, because then again, we go back to our poll: is the internet ruining or making it worse or making it better?
It's a 60-40.
That's an advantage that they have.
Right.
That's definitely an advantage, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if this is a work, that's a pretty damn good one.
But
if
I doubt it.
But for him to call him little man, and that says we got Ricochet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Because Rollins, when he gets called out, especially by indie wrestlers that I've noticed, he'll just go like ha 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 ha, whatever, man. You know what I mean? Like he'd never talk back like that.
Well,
in that tone.
When you have the man behind you, you're definitely gonna say whatever you want to say. Now, he's learning from Becky.
That has nothing to do with it.
It has a lot.
No.
His courage has definitely gone up. The way he acts.
He's got an extra pair of balls, so
exactly. And since we're on the topic of this whole internet thing, also this whole thing with Kenny Omega in the WWE. Kenny Omega was upset about how WWE is having their Evolve, an independent wrestling company, going to be on the network the same night that AEW is having their show. Yeah. And AEW was like raising money for awareness for some charity or something like that. And Kenny Omega basically he since deleted the tweet, but he was just upset about it because he's just
Do you agree with what he says?
I absolutely agree with it.
But they're giving that show for free.
Yeah, it's true. So, but he's coming at the big names. He said he's not coming at the wrestlers. He's not coming at anybody. He's coming at the guys that run the companies. Because he's just like, that's just a low blow right there. It's not about anybody. It's about the charity that they're working for. And but at the end of the day, this is the business that you're in, Yeah. And this is just how it's going to be. That's why Kenny Omega deleted it. Yeah. But still, it's just like...
But
I understand why he's upset.
Out there,
yeah, so. but the thing is too, you got to remember, what's his name? Triple H said it. Just remember, the old man can eat that little ass company for breakfast.
Yep.
Okay, And so they're gonna do what
That's
they're
true.
gonna do to make AEW look like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So just
I
remember that.
agree, but I mean, you know,
It's a
just-
business, but it's a dirty
I
business
get
when it comes to
but At the
Vince.
same time, you know, nothing against AEW and what they're doing. Actually, the show is later on tonight, but to give it away for free, how is that charitable? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I think it's when you get notoriety and stuff like that, and sponsorships and stuff like that. I think that's what the cause. That's once you get established like that, when you get the names and stuff like that, and also the money, the ticket sales and stuff like that. I think that's what it is,
Wait a
and stuff like that.
second. We do things for free.
Who?
Who?
What?
Oh, she
No,
don't
we
get
don't.
paid, Tony.
Oh, damn. Shh. Yeah, you're right.
You're right, free
Yeah. Shit.
all the time.
What's going on here?
Damn.
Just to get
Just to get
notoriety.
notoriety here. Shit. All right, so Josh Sanders, he says Seth opened his mouth after a good pay-per-view but low attendance, and it's not the wrestlers we're upset with, it's the writers. But yeah, Will won the Twitter battle.
He did.
Jay Hobble said Seth needs Twitter lessons from Becky because Will destroyed him. He's actually right. He does need
He's
lessons
because Becky's awesome on Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, she is.
he is. Listen to me. So yeah, all right. So we'll just leave it at that and see what happens. We'll see what comes of it. All right. So our other hot tag news, which is breaking this week, is that the WWE named Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff as executive directors. Heyman will be the executive director for Raw. Bischoff will be the executive, same role, executive director for SmackDown Live. Both will report directly to WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon.
So basically
what are your
nothing's
thoughts on this?
changing.
You don't think so?
Nothing's changing.
Nothing's
changing.
You don't think
I'm
so?
back. Oh man.
Now I heard that it's going to be not a slow transition. I think I don't know. It's for me. It's got to be a quick transition because somebody leaked out. I think the week of 4th of July that they're going to be in. I forgot where, but anyways, it's irrelevant. That Heyman was going to come out and they're going to announce that
Come out the closet?
yeah, come out the closet. Hey y'all, I'm Paul, but he's I'm Heyman.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Happy Pride Month, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy
people out
Pride
there.
Month.
But he's gonna come out and say that he's the new director or whatever. And then on SmackDown, Eric Bischoff is supposed to come out and announce that he's the director
this
of
week.
SmackDown. So yeah, it's this week.
So, but that's the thing. Like, why would you leak it out to begin with? Let
No,
it be.
somebody did.
Well,
I don't know who did, but
well, we know who did it.
so, all right.
Listen,
so what are
man,
your thoughts on this, though?
I absolutely hate the idea of Paul Heyman running anything because he does the same old shtick. But Eric Bischoff, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be different. I think Bischoff was always a genius. I mean, he's
a very
matched
smart
up
man.
with Vince McMahon. Yes, he is.
But
And
not only did he matched up, he beat him
he beat
for
him.
like what 30 or 40 something weeks in a row
Yeah.
at his own game in the ratings. So
I think Bischoff, especially with the guidance of Vince McMahon and Triple H and stuff like that, I think if you control him, he'll put on a good show. I think Bischoff definitely has what it takes to run
With the
SmackDown.
guidance.
But oh yeah, because at the end of the day, Vince won the war. You know, Bischoff went too far and things started getting kooky. But
Started getting weird.
but with
he's
Paul
smart.
Heyman,
He's
it's
a
like,
smart
come
guy.
on, Heyman.
But at the same time, you got to remember too that at that time those guys were doing their own shtick anyways.
yeah.
You know, they were rebelling.
Yeah, but I think
And
honestly, I think Paul Heyman is going to do wonders for Raw. He brings that extreme, thing with him, and Eric Bischoff is just very, very smart, very, very smart. And I think what Vince needs to do is take a step back, man. Let them do their thing, Just let them do their thing, and everything's going to be
It
all
shall
right.
be remain to be seen because, like I
We shall
said,
see.
I
with
think
Vince McMahon's hand in it, he's not gonna give him a chance.
I think he is, honestly. I think if there's two guys that he would give a chance to run things, it would be those two guys.
It would be those two guys, yeah.
So
go ahead, what?
So I think he's gonna definitely monitor them, obviously, because at the end of the day, it's his company.
Yeah,
He's gonna
yeah.
definitely have final say, but I think he's gonna give them more leeway. And I'm telling
I
you,
hope
Eric
so.
Bischoff, I'm very excited for.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this change, and I just hope that that, like I said, it's all on Vince.
Yep.
If he can't say, hey, don't ask me. This is your show for today. Let's see how it runs. Do it up. See what happens. But if he can't do that, it made no sense to put those two guys in that position that they're in. So Matt Novak, he earned his top fan badge on our. So that's the other thing. If you guys, Facebook sends out top fan badges. So if you get it, just accept it. Just take it, man. All right, Matt Novak, he says, I have faith in Heyman being able to adapt his style to the new way wrestling has become and bringing realism into it. But I don't think Bischoff can. It all depends on how much Vince will override. So he went the other route.
Take that badge away.
Oh, my God. Anton Hoffman, he said, when ESPN broke the story, I had hope that maybe things will get better. Then other sources reported that they'll have to report to Vince, which leads me to wonder how much creative range will they really have. We'll see how things goes, but digging in the crates to pull out Bischoff and Heyman and plugging them into creative director roles with the decline of pay-per-view buy rates, ticket sales, and TV ratings reeks of desperation.
Damn, and the liberated.
Yeah. But I responded to him. I said, I agree with you, but I think, or at least I hope, that Vince is finally going to take a step back and trust these guys to do it. And he says, brother, I hope you're right. It's time for Vince to let the reins go. And I said, yeah, for sure. I did a little Snoop Dogg. So,
For sure.
For sure, yeah. Juan Espaillat. Sure, we'll go with that one. That one there. Josh.
Espaillat.
Juan. I mean Josh. Espaillat. Hey! No, that's wrong one.
It's definitely Espaillat.
It's not spaghetti.
It's not spaghetti, my bad. They keep recycling. I'm not saying it won't be exciting. I just don't see them long-term benefits. It's like they're getting desperate, at least to me. Actually, somebody comment on him. I don't know who. All right. He's Scott Eisenberg. He said it all comes down to what Vince lets them do.
It's true. It's damn true.
It is true. Might be true. Could be true. That was a double fart. I don't know. That's there was a lot of comments and people. I do appreciate it, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's keep things moving. That was our hot tag news of the week. Again, if you guys see anything on the internet you guys want us to talk about, drop a line on our Facebook page and put it on there. It says, I got a hot tag topic I want to talk about and I'm pissed. Put it on our page. Okay? So now, with that being said, let's go quickly over the WWE pay-per-view points game stomping grounds, y'all. How you guys? I mean, not overall because I want to wait till the end. Pay-per-view wise, I mean, this was probably one of their better ones lately.
Yeah, the first couple hours I would say were really good.
Yeah,
and I would say the last hour and a half was hot garbage.
It's funny because you saying that, I'm looking at my notes and my rating points. That's what I have too. High ratings in the beginning and low ratings towards the end, except for the main event. All right, so let's go over this quickly. The main event, not the main event, the cruiserweight for the cruiserweight title. I gave this match a 4, man. This match was off the chain to have and they just, wow. I was like, are you kidding me with this match? What you guys thought?
I mean, I gave it a 3.5. I thought it was really good. I thought Drew Gulak going over was shocking. It was surprising.
That was shocking for sure.
The crazy thing is that they're talking about, as a rumor, is that 205 Live may be canceled.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
These guys need to get a show or something. They got to find some place to put them because Gulak is money, man. I like him. I like the way that everything went out. Mimi, what do you think?
I wasn't entertained at all.
What?
Yes. What?
Seriously?
Seriously?
You did not like this match?
No, it was boring for me.
Drink more wine. All right. Yeah, winner Drew Gulak. I gave it a 4 stars. I thought it was off the hook. Then up next was Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. I gave it a 2.5. I looked at it right down the middle. I do like Lacey's work ethic in the ring. But, of course, I could still, as a wrestler's perspective, I see a lot of greenness. Greenness. But she's been doing better, though. She's been getting better.
As a fan's perspective, I didn't see any green, but I saw a lot of veggie wedgies. And I think that veggie wedgie needs to go back into the book.
I didn't see it. You guys, you saw it too, Rick?
I can smell it.
Oh! I don't agree with you, but yeah, let's put it in the book because I like saying veggie wedgie.
All right, Lacey Evans, veggie wedgie. You just made the book.
All right, so I gave it a 2.5 stars. That's what I gave it. Rick, what'd you give it?
I went 2.5 as well. I did not like that blown spot where you clearly hear Becky say back elbow, and then Lacey Evans misses the kick by a mile, and then Becky had to redo it.
Yeah.
It was bad or sloppy, but Becky winning was the right thing, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was excited, and I gave it a 3.
Oh, nice. All right, up next, Big E and Xavier Woods versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You know what? As much as I'm getting tired of seeing this was a good match. Not gonna lie. This was and the weird thing is the first 3 matches were 11 minutes each so far. So they gave you half an hour. They gave you 3 matches. So that was good. Of course, the winner was KO and Sammy. I gave this one a 3.5. I thought this was a really good match. As much as I hate seeing New Day now because they're overdoing it with New Day, I gave it a 3.5. Rick?
When Kofi's not involved, things are a lot better. I'll tell you that much.
Oh man, I have to agree with you on that.
And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will always put on a great show.
They will, yeah.
I gave this match a 3.
Okay,
Me too. I did.
You gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3.
So then, up next was for the United States Championship, Ricochet versus Samoa Joe. Ricochet capturing his first title.
I called it.
All right, Rick, what did you give this the rating for this?
Unfortunately, I gave this a 2.
What?
My wife definitely while we were watching it, she said it. She's like, Ricochet can't do much to Joe because Joe is so big. So that definitely takes away from what Ricochet can do. It also takes away what Joe can do.
Yeah.
So and thinking about that and watching this match, I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is definitely a 2 worthy match. I didn't think it was that great, but Ricochet winning definitely made it special. So I gave it a 2.
Wow. All right. I gave it a 3.5 because I liked the fact that I was shocked to see Ricochet actually win this belt. I was not expecting him to win. So I loved the wow factor on it. I loved how just Ricochet, he plays the role. I mean, he doesn't oversell like Dolph does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he does not oversell, but he sells at the right time. He knows how to sell. If a move is devastating, sell the shit out of it. But if it's like a punch to the face, don't oversell. There's no reason for overselling that. You know what I'm saying? So he does that like better than anybody I've seen. So I gave it a 3.5.
Well, I agree with Pamela.
Yeah.
I did agree with Pamela.
Pamela's Rick's wife, by the way,
and
who just had a birthday. So happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Pam!
Last week, right?
Yeah, 21.
Wow.
Good little cradle snatcher. Well, and I agree with both of you guys. I gave it a 3 because Samoa Joe should have won it.
Okay.
Because he's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
And then to lose to 2 little guys.
Wait a minute.
Come on now.
The weird thing
what the fuck are they doing to Samoa?
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Time out. Blow the whistle, somebody. Now, thank you. Now, the thing of it is that he lost the title, and I agree. He probably shouldn't have lost it. But he has a freaking title shot now at Extreme Rules.
I understand that, but that's
against
not the
Kofi.
point.
Because I called it. I told you it was basically just carrying it over because Ray was not supposed to get hurt. So they gave it back to Joe so he can lose it to Ricochet and move Joe on.
But the thing is,
It's not believable. I get it.
No, it's not believable because now you're discrediting Joe that he can't beat these little guys. You know,
then yet he's getting the title
and
shot?
then he's getting a title shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I hear you.
All right.
Okay. All right. Up next was Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. Now, in my opinion, things started getting a little bit iffy with this. Crowd made no sense, in my opinion, chanting "Buy a Prius." Cheering for Daniel was probably the stupidest thing that the crowd can do. Granted, okay, I get it. He's your hometown. Does not make sense because what Daniel Bryan should have done, okay?
Yes, say it, Tony. Say it.
He could have played along with it. Like when the crowd was wanting Daniel to come in, and then Rowan tagged him, and the crowd went nuts, and he stayed in there. He shouldn't have done that. He should have
tagged out.
Exactly. He should have went, yeah, me, like pointing at himself, yeah, and then he should have went. Just this little gesture would have gotten the heat back on him. As he could have been like, no, and then tagged Rowan back in.
Exactly.
But he didn't. He played 2 days in a row. He did that. This one here, he played into the fans, and Heavy Machinery looked lost. What's the big guy's name? The one that looks like Chris Farley. I forgot his name.
Otis.
Like, I can see it in his face. He was just like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? He put himself together, which I commend him on that. But Daniel Bryan, I'm sorry to say, he's a good worker, but you put those guys in a tough predicament, in a tough situation where they didn't know how to handle it.
Yep.
They really didn't. The match was, it was okay. I liked a lot of the spots Heavy Machinery did, but I only gave it a 2.5 stars.
Really? You gave it that much?
Yeah.
And you know what? Shockingly, I gave this a 3. I really loved this match.
Really?
I really like Heavy Machinery. I really like them.
Bryan lover.
Aside from the Daniel Bryan thing in the beginning, which I was screaming at the TV, I was like, "Why are you not tagging out?
Exactly.
Why? You're a heel.
Yeah.
Oh God, your refrigerator face.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
I was,
what?
Yeah. I was very impressed with Rowan. I was very impressed with Heavy Machinery. They are a good tag team.
They are good.
It's very old school.
Yeah.
I love the whole like it gives me a lot of nostalgia. I really like them. So I thought it was a good match. So I gave them a 3. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, and I agree with you, and that's the only reason why they got a 1 point from me because of Heavy Machinery.
What?
Because the buyer Prius, I know what they're
That's
trying
the
to.
crowd. That's not Heavy Machinery.
But the still, and Daniel Bryan not tagging out. Come on now.
Yeah, but
he should know better.
But that's not Heavy Machinery.
Well, that's why they got 1 point because otherwise it would have been a 0.5.
Oh my God.
There you go.
There. That's my.
That's her POV.
Exactly. Thank you, Rick.
You can stick it straight up your. All right, up next, it was for the SmackDown Women's Championship match: Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Bayley regains her title. I wasn't a big fan. It was okay. I gave it a 2. I'm not going too much deeper.
I went with a 2 as well. It was a predictable match.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2.
Yeah, Mimi?
I went with a 2 as well.
Okay, now up next was Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I was a little impressed with this match. It went too long though, in my opinion. It was 17 freaking minutes long, but it was good. They told a story, man. You got to really look at it for that. They told a story, and it made me hate Shane even more. But it was all right. It was okay. I gave it a 3. Rick, you're like
hated this match. Oh God, it was so bad. I gave this a 1. It was terrible. I was not enjoying this. It was just the whole thing with the false finishes and Shane getting involved. I get it. That's the heat, whatever. But McIntyre doesn't need Shane. You know, like he doesn't need Shane to be coming in every single time. And they just punked Drew McIntyre so bad. And I feel bad for Roman because this whole story with him, he shouldn't be involved with Shane at all because it's just making him look worse and worse every day.
Yeah,
so I went
the
well
thing is, this should have been the end of it.
but it's not.
But unfortunately, it's not. No. So,
Nope.
yeah.
And I agree.
And my dog agrees.
Yep. And I agree with you guys because the Shane and they did tell a story. That's why I bumped my points up to a 2.
Okay.
Versus a 1.
Alrighty. So then up next, it was for the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler in the steel cage. This was 19 damn minutes long. I was halfway with it. I gave it 2.5 stars. Rick.
I gave it a 1.5 stars. It was bad.
Yeah.
The only good part was the athleticism from Kofi at the end, jumping out.
Yeah.
But other than that, Kofi shouldn't have won. It's just
no.
It wasn't a cage match.
But no,
it's unbelievable, man.
It was not a cage match.
It was not.
But I will say this: you talk about Kofi's athleticism. I was impressed with
Dolph
Dolph's.
Ziggler, yeah.
He didn't oversell in this match.
No,
and
he did
I was
not.
just amazed, and that's why I gave it a 2.5. So, Mimi, what'd you give it?
Well, I was amazed with Dolph as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I gave it a 1 from a half a point.
Oh, Jesus Christ. In the main event, Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship. This was another 19-minute match. But I liked it. I liked the fact that I did. You know why? Because I liked the fact that Lacey Evans was involved. I liked the fact that they were getting so much freaking heat that it made Seth Rollins look like the top freaking baby face. So I gave it a 3.5 stars. No, yeah, I did. I gave it a 3.5 stars. I thought this was a perfect way because now Baron Corbin is being so hated that it's gonna.
And so is Lacey.
And Lacey is now in the mix. I like it. I thought it was pretty good. Mimi.
And I agree with you, Tony. I liked it. It's telling a story, and I gave it a 3.
Rick.
Well, Tony, I have to say I do agree with you on the half part because that's exactly what I gave it. Half a star. This was hot garbage. It was predictable. Everybody saw it happening. Everybody was chanting for Becky, goddammit. They were chanting for Becky for 17 of those 19
But
minutes.
that's the thing. It was predictable, and she never came in until you fuck with her nuts.
Oh God!
Don't fuck with her nuts.
Oh God! That was
then
just,
she's gonna
this
come in.
match was dragged out. It was dragged out for so long until everybody's just like, all right, when's Becky gonna come out? Because obviously it's gonna happen.
That part wasn't the obvious, yeah. But
Yeah,
the match overall though was good.
It was good.
I totally disagree. I don't think it was much of a match. It was basically just Baron Corbin.
But that's your POV.
Yes, definitely. That's why I said I disagree.
That's why with my heavy machinery,
Yeah.
Yes.
that was my POV.
Well, and that's what it is. I mean, we all
What
can't
did you
be. I gave it a half a star.
Jesus. Wow, what a difference.
Yeah, and I mean,
overall, what you got?
overall, I gave the show 2 stars.
Really? I gave it a 3.
Overall,
all my averaging out, it came out to about 3 stars. So
mine
maybe
averaged out to 2.
2. I gave it a 3. I thought it was
So
one
it's
of their
not
better.
terrible.
It wasn't terrible, no, but it was better. It was one of their better pay-per-views yet this year. You know what I'm saying?
For me, yeah, definitely. It
So,
started off hot, like I said. The
it
first
did.
2 hours
It
were
did.
good. For me, it just died the last
Yeah.
hour and a half.
I think for me, honestly, the match that took the show was the cruiserweights. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mimi doesn't though. Mimi doesn't. So, all right, so let's go straight on to Toronto. So, all right, so it starts off with Seth Rollins, then Becky comes out, Baron comes out, Lacey comes out, tags Becky, Baron comes in. They're all fighting all over the place. It was a hot start to it, but I love this little opening that they did. But I did not like the fact that when they started fighting, I was on the edge of my seat. And I was like, yes, I like this. This is good. And then as this was going on, I was thinking, fuck, this is going to be a mixed tag at the next pay-per-view. Son of a bitch. And then, sure enough, it was. So I gave the opening, I gave it a 3 because I like I love hot starts like that. I really do. So I gave it a 3. But I'm just disappointed because I knew right away that it was going to be a mix at the pay-per-view.
And this is why one of our topics today was about the internet, because the internet spoiled this for me.
Oh,
and
really?
I already knew. Yeah,
I did
already
not know
knew
that.
it was going to be a mixed tag match for the titles.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
so,
that.
going into this, I'm like, this is going to be, yep. All right. Yep. Here
Wow.
So I gave it a 1.
I did too.
Really?
I did
See,
too.
I didn't know that. I
Because
never saw it on the
I
internet.
did the same thing
Really?
because once I saw that Becky got in and Lacey got in, I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, it's gonna be a mixed mic tag. And then the big promo, and then I knew it. I just knew it because I was reading and I saw it and I was like, fuck.
Right.
So I gave it a 1.
All
It
right.
was good, but you know, when you know ahead of time, you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Then up next, the Usos versus New Day versus Bryan and Rowan and the Revival and Elimination. Daniel still playing to the crowd. Didn't like it. Anyway, it was a lot of mixed opportunity there, but Xavier ends up pinning Bryan. Wilder pins Xavier, and then it's the Usos versus the Revival. These guys know how to throw a match. I don't know why this wasn't a bigger storyline than what it was. So only because of that reason, I gave this whole segment a 3, just to be fair, because of the match with the Usos and the Revival at the end. It was they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
They comedy needs to go out the window and let them have a series.
Absolutely.
A series storyline. Rick.
Yeah, I agree with you up until just the beginning of it. Just really left a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't like Daniel Bryan,
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
nonsense. So I gave it a 2 overall.
Okay, Mimi.
Yep, I also gave it a 2, and it's because of the New Day and Daniel Bryan.
And then up next, we got the MTV, Miz TV segment with R-Truth, and then Jake Maverick came out. I dug this segment. It was okay. I gave it a 2.5 stars because of Drake's acting skills. He is so good. And just the
stupid.
thing, I'm starting to like this 24/7
It's
thing.
stupid.
How is it stupid?
It's stupid.
It's no, come on. It's giving these guys TV time, and that's what we want.
No,
I don't want to see
want
the same people.
I
all the
want to
time.
see matches.
Wait a minute. Speaking of 24/7, they are a match every time. It's 24/7. Rick, what is this thing going on with EC3 and Bobby
Cesaro,
Roode? Yeah,
Bobby Roode,
yeah.
Apparently, they're gonna be a new stable, Muscle Men, something like that. Something like that. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I want to like it, but Cesaro was on such a high with his Ricochet matches, and
Yeah.
now you're gonna put him in a stable again. Like,
Apparently, they only have trust in him to be in stables.
yeah.
But that's the thing.
Seriously.
Cesaro's so underrated.
He is underrated.
He is so. I mean,
agree.
I can see he needs to be like going for the big goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And ya se acabó con esa mierda.
Whoa!
No Nintendo.
No Nintendo with the meals. All right. So, anyways, I love this segment though. I really did. I gave it 2.5. It was a 7-minute segment too.
Yeah, no.
I gave it a 2
1.
because I'm sick of the Miz.
I gave it a 1.
Okay, and then R-Truth ends up being a match, but R-Truth pinned him in seconds. There was no rating for that. Roman versus Drew. Shane during the match, and then
Again.
all of a sudden, The Undertaker shows up. So, surprise factor there for me. The match was pretty good. It's the thing of it is, like, yeah, we all complain too much Shane, but it's getting to the point where it's getting exciting because once they get their hands on Shane,
Had you. You.
good Lord, that snuck up on me. That you want them to be just like, and then when the Undertaker showed up, I was like, finally! I gave this whole segment a 4. It was that good. I was shocked. Rick.
I went with a 3. I was really once the Undertaker came out, that just said bing. I was like, oh my god, where did this come from?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I went with a 3.
Mimi.
I gave it a 3 as well, and it was because of the Undertaker.
Yeah, I tell you that much. And then the most ridiculous thing that happened on Raw, the tug of war, Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. I
Half
swear,
a star.
If I could get lower than a half a star, I would have, but I only gave it that's all we were allowed, so I gave it the half a star.
Yeah, it
Mimi?
was terrible.
I gave it a half a star as well.
Then it was the Good Brothers versus the Viking Raiders. The winners were Viking Raiders. I didn't even time this because I was too busy watching the match and I forgot. But I'm impressed with the Viking Raiders.
I went 2.5. I
So
really
did
liked this match.
That's
I really
what I
enjoyed
went
it.
2.5, and only because the Viking Raiders did that good. Mimi,
They're
I went
really
with
good.
a 3
a 3.
because the Viking Raiders was that good.
All right, and then there was another R2 segment. Then there was a match with Kofi versus Sami Zayn. Winner ended up being Kofi. It was an 8-minute match. Kevin then challenged Kofi, and then it was Kofi versus Owens. But the first match, I gave it a 2.5. Only because I like Sammy as a worker. I like Sammy as a worker more than I do Kofi. And I hate to say it like that. I really do hate it, but it's true. And then it's Kofi versus Owens. The winner, again, Kofi in 2 minutes. Samoa Joe came out and attacked Kofi. And here's the thing where I'm upset about, but I'll give you, my rating was 2.5 for that segment. Why? Because it brought a whole new story to this, and the attack was great. I loved it. I loved seeing the heel get over for once. It's good. It's a good story, and it kind of brings KO and Sammy out of it.
Yeah.
So the issue I have is that Kofi, you just got your ass beat. Literally, you had the Baba lip going on.
Oh.
That's how bad you got your ass whooped. And then the next night on fucking SmackDown, he comes out throwing pancakes, smiling. And then he wonders why when people say, no, dude, you gotta be serious. That's what the fuck they're talking about. Ooh. It's not the first time I ever swore. But that's what I'm talking about. It's like, dude, you should be pissed the fuck off that happened to you. That this guy is trying to ruin your career because you're the champion now and you could lose it. You come out smiling with fucking pancakes inside the fucking belt, throwing it to people. Who wants that, by the way? It's disgusting.
Microwave pancakes, too.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the Walmart brands.
That's disgusting. So, like I said, that's my rant on that. But I gave the Sami Zayn match, I gave it a 2.5. Kevin Owens with the segment of Joe attacking Kofi, I gave that a 2.5 too. So I don't know how you
matches. I gave them both 1s because I'm sick of seeing Kofi. I'm sorry. How are you gonna have back-to-back matches? And then the next segment, you have back-to-back matches again with Alexa Bliss. Are you serious?
Yep. Naomi versus Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss ends up winning in 1 minute too. It turns into Naomi and Natalya versus Alexa and Nikki Cross. The winner was Alexa and Nikki. It was 5 minutes between both matches. I like it only because Nikki, I feel so bad for her, and she gives so much energy into the ring that I gave it a 2.5 stars. So that's what I gave it for both. That was for both because the first one I wasn't going to even rate it. Mimi, what'd you give it?
I gave her a 2.
Did you?
I gave it a 2.
Did you? All right. In the main event, Ricochet versus AJ Styles. 17 minutes. But this match, for me, was off the chain. 3.5 stars. I gave it.
I went 4. I thought this was an amazing match.
This was a good match.
I was excited. Just everything that was happening. The Good Brothers coming out. It was awesome.
That was good. What do you guys think they're doing with this with the Good Brothers now?
I honestly...
Just the sneeze?
Well, the sneezes is going around.
Right?
I honestly think the Good Brothers are going to screw AJ over.
You
I
think so?
that's what's happening. Yeah, I think
right.
that's where they're headed towards.
All right, Mimi?
I gave it a 3.
Bingo!
Okay. All right, so now, overall, crap. I was looking at the wrong paper. Overall, for me, Raw was a 3 stars. It was actually 2.65 rounded up. It came out to 3. I think it was right. 2.6. Yeah, that's a right rating for it. Like I said, it bumps up to 3 or whatever because it's over 5. So, what'd you give it, Rick?
I mean, I gave it 2 stars. I thought, again, just like Stomping Grounds, it started off hot, and then it just, by the end, I can't see Kofi in 2 matches. I can't see Alexa in 2 matches. It just went to crap. The really good thing is that we didn't mention is the Bray Wyatt puppets appearing in the background. How cool was that?
That was cool. If you guys missed it, you got to go back and watch it because it happened again on SmackDown too, which was, to me, I thought that was awesome. So, Mimi.
My overall rating was 2.5.
Okay. So about an average of that, yeah. So, which was, I mean, it wasn't a bad Raw. You know, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
the
great.
best, but it wasn't.
It wasn't terrible. So, all right, we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we do have SmackDown Breakdown and NXT POV. Be right back.
Hi, I'm WWE superstar Charlotte Flair, also known as the Queen, and listen to Wrestling POV podcast and always do it with Flair. Woo!
And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling POV and Wrestling POV Global is affiliated with the Collar and Elbow brand. Go to collarandelbowbrand.com and save yourself 10% by using promo code WPOV. That is WPOV. Save yourself 10% by using that promo code, and you get some great things from Collar and Elbow, like some t-shirts, some headwear, some glasses, a bag, an accident, other things like that. So many different things that you can get from the Collar and Elbow brand. Make sure you use promo code WPOV. Save yourself 10%. It's now time for the SmackDown Breakdown.
Are you ready? Break it down. Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a break, boy. Yeah. That's a break, little man. Break it down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown opens up with a Kofi Kingston promo. Oh, it was cock-a-doodle. It was cock-a-doodle-doo-doo. And then Dolph comes out and does the "It should have been me."
Yeah. Again.
You did that last week, bro.
Yeah.
This
Sounds like
segment went off.
Raven.
But actually, no, you forgot about Shane's promo in the beginning.
Oh, well, that was pretty cool.
And I'm
not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie either, and I got that in my notes. This was probably one of the best promos Shane's done.
Yeah,
You know?
he's talking about how he was pissed off
Yeah.
and that nobody messed with him because he's pissed off today.
So yeah, no, I dug it.
Yeah, so that
But
was
then
a pretty
again,
good start.
Like I said, with the whole thing with Kofi, you know, coming out all happy and excited, it's like you just got your ass handed to you, dude. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, it was terrible. But I gave that a 1. I
gave it a half.
Yeah, it was
Half
bad.
a star. It was just terrible.
I did too. I gave it a half a star.
Terrible.
Then we had the Miz backstage with Elias.
Mm-hmm.
They were just talking, and it was. I would love to see the Miz versus Elias. You know, as a story.
As a storyline,
but
yeah.
the way they're developing this is just terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Just not happy. And then Shane coming out as soon as the Miz leaves. What,
Yeah.
like, there's no drama there. It was bad.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Next up, we had the New Day versus Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. Again, Daniel Bryan playing towards the crowd, but New Day can put on a good match, just like the Usos. I mean, Big E and Xavier are great. I thought this was a good match. I gave them a 3, but the New Day winning.
Yeah.
So they're going to get another title shot? Is that what we're looking
That's
at?
what it looks like to me, and it looks like New Day will have all 3,
All
they'll
3
all
belts
have-
again.
You know, they'll have they'll all have a title. But I gave it a 2.5 only because that. But I like the fact that Heavy Machinery came in for the save.
Right.
So yeah,
I gave it a 2
yeah.
because
But-
I'm sick of New Day and Daniel fucking Bryan.
But the thing of it is, with SmackDown, they overdid it. You know why? Because I'm gonna put it in an 8-man tag, player.
Yeah. Like I said, I hated Raw for this, and I'm going to hate SmackDown for this. What they should have done after the match was have Heavy Machinery face off against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Exactly.
Not making an 8-man tag. We
Exactly.
just saw this tag team match.
Yep.
Why would you leave them in there?
Yep.
But Heavy Machinery going over.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought, again, I'm really behind Heavy Machinery, so I gave it a 2.5. I thought...
I gave it a 1.5 only because they're doing this shit with the. It's like,
Yep. And I gave it a half a point.
damn. Like they should have. Like, they honestly, exactly what you said, Rick, was that they should have kept Bryan and the New Day out and left it with Heavy Machinery versus Kevin Owens.
Absolutely.
You could have had the other two at ringside. I wouldn't have minded that.
But
True.
you're right. I wouldn't have minded that either.
True.
But no,
Yep. But no, I gave it a point, 1.5 stars.
I would have gave it.
All right.
Yeah.
Ali with a great promo.
Yeah. It's a great
it's dope.
promo, but I'm kind of weirded out by it because
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I understand what they're trying to do
I
and
don't.
say, but my thing is, okay, if you see bullying, why is he just standing there not doing anything?
True. He's Batman. He's just basically doing what Batman
He's not
does.
Batman.
Just watching in the dark.
You know
He's
what?
not Batman. I'm Batman.
Oh shit.
I got proof. I mean, all I'm saying is you never see that too.
Yep.
That's why he's choking.
Exactly.
Choking on the bullshit.
No.
All I'm saying, fuck it. All I'm saying is you never seen Batman and me in the same room. Just saying.
All that choking for
in the same room.
All this thing. Oh,
They don't fit in the same room.
That's true.
Oh.
That's fucked up. That's true.
We had Miz versus Elias, 2 out of 3 falls.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Christ. Ugh.
Oh my god.
And the thing of it is, the fans were chanting, "No more Shane, no more Shane."
Yeah, this was
That was
bad.
funny.
I went with a 1.5.
I gave it a 2 because I did like the, I did like the match.
I like Elias. I love him.
Yeah, this went on for 13 minutes too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mimi, what you give it?
I gave it a 2.
All right. Shinsuke Nakamura makes an appearance.
Let me tell you something. This was the best part of SmackDown.
Yep.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
sorry.
And if it was
I'm
longer,
excited.
we would have gave them points.
Yeah. Man, where'd that come from?
Absolutely. I mean, the army, obviously.
Be all you can be.
Yeah, be all you can be in the army.
No, but this was a great segment, and
It
Shinsuke
was.
versus Finn is gonna
You know,
be back.
and the thing of it is, I've been wondering what the hell they were gonna do with this IC thing, man. But finally, they are. So thank
And
God.
they answered your question.
And Shinsuke is the perfect fit for this. He really, but
Absolutely.
he needs to win it.
Yes.
They cannot dog him out.
Word.
Why? Because Finn Balor is not going to hurt if he loses it. My
Nope.
opinion. So
Well, what
Not
I'm
to
thinking
Shinsuke.
is, you let Shinsuke go over on the Demon. That's what I'm thinking. Have Shinsuke. That really put Shinsuke over.
Oh, yeah.
that would, yeah, I agree.
And don't have him lose for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to hold that IC belt for a long time. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Next up, we had Bayley versus Nikki Cross. It was a good match. Bayley, like I said, Bayley's my favorite woman wrestler right now.
Yeah.
I think she's the best that thing's going right now. I gave it a 3. I thought it was a really good match. Nikki Cross pulling out the sneaky win. I loved it.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss now gets a title shot again.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Well, I gave this a 3 only because Nikki Cross won.
Yeah.
And I just love Nikki Cross, her excitement and shit like that. But I like the crazy Nikki Cross better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't like Nicole Cross.
No, I do not like Nicole Cross. I like Nikki Cross, the psycho. That's what I like.
Mimi, what you go with this match?
I gave it a 3.
Nice.
All right, so we all went on 3.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey.
Finally, we all agree.
Yeah.
R-Truth and Drake Maverick backstage. Drake crying, and R-Truth's like, "Psych! I ain't giving you nothing."
Oh my God. Who says psych anymore? Anyways.
I don't know.
Tony
Emma
Diaz.
Boo versus Sonya Deville. Listen, this match got a 2.5, and I'll tell you why I got
What?
a 2.5. I'll tell you why.
That much?
I gave it a 2.5 because of that last scene.
Oh,
where
come
Sonya
on,
Deville
Rick. You couldn't
took
give it a, for
Mandy
that.
Rose's hair and moved it out her face, and I'm just like,
And
whoa!
gave her that
It
look.
is Pride Month, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true. Well, a couple days it ain't. What are they gonna do then?
Put their hair up and square 'em, you know what I'm saying?
But I think Mandy's gonna
Scissors.
turn. I think Mandy's gonna end up turning on Sonya Deville. So.
I hope so. They need to.
Yeah, this is going on long enough. But as much as I love Ember Moon, but I gave this a 1 only because it was a 1 minute damn match, and that's not fair on Ember Moon. So
That's not fair on any of those women.
no, I agree.
And
Well,
I gave it a
there we go.
I
1.5.
gave it a 1. Gave it a 1.
Well, I the one thing I did like was the involvement and then just pushing Ember into the turnbuckle. I thought, that's good heel heat right there. But I really felt the heat when, Sonya Deville took her hand.
Good cheat.
Aleister Black has somebody knocking on the door. Who is it?
Cesaro.
Rumor has it Cesaro.
Oh, I beat you to it.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I do the rumors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I do the rumors.
You do. Speaking of doo-doo, Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
This was so.
Are you kidding me?
I'm saying.
Who the fuck's doing this?
I just want to
Not Eric Bischoff.
Oh, not Eric Bischoff for sure.
I gave it a 1.
I gave it a 2.5.
Really?
You're nice.
Yeah,
You're
I
real
like
nice.
even regardless of me being sick and tired of seeing this. This match, in my opinion, was better than their steel cage.
Oh, definitely.
yeah, definitely. But I still gave it a 0.5 point.
Really? Are you serious? You gave it that low?
Yeah.
If
I could give it a 0, I would have gave it a 0.
I gave it.
I was bored. I was bored. I'm tired of seeing these guys.
As a wrestler, I loved this match.
That second fall that Dolph won was preposterous.
Yes.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was undeserving.
I agree.
I feel like they really want to protect Kofi. Kofi has won over 50 matches in a row now.
Yeah.
And it's just, ugh.
Yeah.
It's churlish.
Yes, it
It
is.
belongs in a turlet.
It definitely does belong in a turlet.
So overall, I gave SmackDown 2 stars.
And that's exactly what I gave it.
And
2
mine
stars.
was a 1 star.
Wow.
Well, there you go. All right, it is now time for NXT POV Mamma Mia! All right, NXT opens up with the Breakout Star Tournament where we had Joaquin Wilde versus Angel Garza.
Yep.
Now, listen, man. This Angel Garza guy, this guy's the future.
Yeah.
He is good.
Yep.
He got the look. He got the charisma. He got the in-ring ability.
Yeah.
So,
I
do you
liked
think?
this match. It was 7 minutes long, and they deserved all those 7 minutes. Really, really good match. The only thing I would have to, if I got to critique, if I got to be picky, Angel Garza just needs to tone it down just a little bit. He's getting a little bit too overbearing, so to speak. Just needs to tone it down a little bit. The match itself was really, really good. I gave it a 3 stars.
yeah, I also gave it a 3 stars. I love the very beginning where he went to give a high five to the fan and he pulled it away and then he kissed the old lady's hand. I thought that was cool. Mimi.
And this is a 2 for 2. I also gave it a 3.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow, why did we just do that? That was dumb.
For Cardi B.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
We had, next up, we had the Street Profits versus the Forgotten Sons. This should have been a forgotten match, in my opinion. Street Profits win by disqualification.
Yeah.
Lorcan and Birch come out for the save after the match, which is what I dug. And then Lorcan and Birch have the titles in their hands, and they're like, you know what? These are yours, but you owe us. I was like, all right. I went with a 2 with this match.
I gave it a 1.5.
Yeah, I can see why.
I wasn't too into this.
I gave it a 2.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Next up, we had Keith Lee
Yeah.
versus Nikos Rios.
Now, let me ask you a question. Nikos Ricos, what in the fuck was he wearing?
I have no clue.
What was he trying to do? Copy freaking Ruby Riott with the pants? And then, what the fuck was that?
What in the Venom cosplay was he thinking?
He didn't have enough material for his fucking outfit.
Oh,
That was bad.
oh Lord, and Cardi B.
But I gave this a 2. I thought it was good.
Damn, you
Keith
being
Lee's
generous. For
yeah,
a
Keith
minute
Lee's
match?
a beast.
He is
Yeah,
a beast, but I gave it a 1, just as long as this match was a 1 minute match. got a 1.
I did too.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I'm starting to like Keith Lee. I like his charisma. I do like his attitude. For a big guy, he can pull off some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He really can. But that's nasty. But it's just him doing these 1 minute matches. They're not seeing his full potential, in my opinion. So we'll see.
Yeah, I see it. Next up, we had the main event: Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai for the women's NXT title. This is how you put on a cage match, Dolphin Kofi. This is exactly how you do it. This match was amazing. I love the moonsault off the top of the cage.
Hey, got you all
Io
flabbergasted.
Shirai, all tongue-tied with her dumpling and stuff like that.
I know what you're saying, Rick. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the finish, amazing.
Good finish.
Choking her out, and then all of a sudden she took the cage, started bashing her in the head, and it just Shayna Baszler just falls out. Shayna woke up and just like, what happened? What?
Did you hear the crowd? You didn't hear? They were
What?
chanting,
No.
Yowie,
Yowie,
Wowie.
Wow.
You didn't hear them?
Nah, I didn't hear that.
When Io Shirai, when she did the backflip,
Yeah.
they were chanting that afterwards. They were like,
Wow.
Yowie, Wowie, clap, 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 Yowie, wow. I was laughing my arse off.
And at the end of the match, we had Candice LeRae get attacked by Io
Yeah.
Shirai. Io Shirai turning heel. So I thought it was great. I thought this was a great match. I gave it a 4.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Unreal. I gave it a 3. Only because like that this match was it was good. I liked the heel turn. I just thought that the closing of it was just a little bit too long. You know, they didn't really need to show her going back and cursing out the people in Japanese, and they could have cut that part.
Oh, you understood her.
Yeah, I did. And I didn't like it. She kept saying, "Where's Tony Diaz? I need him. He needs to come and help me out with this." And she was telling the people that. I'm like, "Yo, Io, why are you telling my business? Don't tell my business out there, woman. What's wrong with you?"
And my wife is gonna find out.
Exactly.
She's gonna be jealous.
And I was just like, "What the hell?" So that's why I gave it that. But it was good. It was good. So Mimi,
I gave it a 3.
really?
All right. So overall, NXT for me got 3 stars.
Overall for me, NXT was 2 stars because they got 2 segments in there that was just downright awful. Hot beginning, very bad middle, and it was a good ending. So 2 stars is where it's at. Mimi,
I said overall 2.
2.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
All right. So now it is now time for Raw vs. SmackDown vs. NXT. Every week, you, the fans, get to vote on what your favorite show was on our Facebook page, and you use the like emojis, the thumbs up for SmackDown, the heart for Raw, and the smiley face for NXT. Currently, NXT is ahead 7 to Raw's 3 to SmackDown's 1.
Wow.
The fans voted this week in favor of NXT with 53%, 34% for SmackDown,
What?
and only 13% for Raw.
Jesus Christ. Unreal.
So, listen.
Wow.
I am going, off my rating system, I had SmackDown and Raw both with 2 stars, and I had NXT with 3 stars. Raw, I definitely put ahead of SmackDown. But like I said, Raw and SmackDown and Stomping Grounds all started off hot, and then they just went cold towards the end. But except for Raw had that great match with Ricochet and AJ.
Right.
So that's why it's a little bit ahead of SmackDown for me. But NXT overall, like you said, it was hot in the beginning, hot ending. I just think the hot ending definitely took it over. So that's why I went with NXT this week for me. Tony.
Well, for me, like with NXT, I think was in second, and only because, like I said, I wished I had more of that first match than that bullshit between the Street Profits and the Forgotten Sons and that bullshit with Keith Lee. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I had it. They teased me with it. And I was like, that was it. And then I had to wait all this fucking time to watch that main event. So for me, the thing that stuck out for NXT was just the main event. You know, there was a lot of good things that happened on Raw. You know, you got that match with AJ Styles and Ricochet. The Undertaker came out of fucking nowhere. I loved the beginning of Raw because it had me, you know, they were fighting, but predictable. Yeah. Too much Kofi, I do agree. And I think that was the downside of Raw. SmackDown was just bad. It was, and I'm worried for SmackDown because they got this new deal at Fox. So how I have it, and according to my rating system, I have Raw first, and then I have NXT, and then SmackDown was last.
All right.
And it wasn't close for SmackDown and NXT. I'm sorry. Not close at all.
At all.
No. Me.
At all.
At all.
I'm going according to my ratings.
Ratings?
My ratings. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Raw Notes is 2.5. NXT was a 2. And SmackDown was a 1.
Damn.
Damn. All right, so that being said, Raw wins it this week. So Raw inches a little bit closer, SmackDown fades away farther, and NXT stays in first place. So it's 7 for NXT, Raw with 4, and SmackDown with 1. Can Eric Bischoff turn it around?
You know what?
Tune in next week.
They got the best guy for that job, in my opinion.
I'm back.
Wait till I'm curious
better
to
than
know
ever.
how the crowd is going to react to this. I really am. This is a newer crowd, so we'll see what happens. All right, it is time for the Wrestling POV's book. If you are new to the show, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happens in the week of wrestling. We put it in there because sometimes we just like to talk about it, and it makes people laugh. I guess if you guys want us to put something in the book, put it in our Facebook page. We'll talk about it. If it goes in the book, guess what? It'll go in the book. If not, we'll make fun of you. All right, we ready?
Yes.
All right,
sir.
John Cena's hair don't.
Stays.
Shane's damn ego.
Stays.
Times 8.
Times stays.
Matt Riddle's chanclas.
Stays.
Lafayette,
Stays.
Louisiana crowd.
Till they go back.
Renee Young's commentary.
It's
Oh, shit.
Life
that's
lifer.
right. It's a lifer now.
she goes lifetime.
She goes lifetime. My God. All right. Kofi's mic privileges times 3 is just downright
Times
awful. Robert Roode's porn star mustache. Did he have it at that picture you saw, Rick?
He did have it in the picture.
All
He
right, so
did.
it stays. Kofi's 11-year stays. Ms. Daddy Issues definitely stays. Natty Stinky promo. She cut that. It stays. It just stays.
Yes.
She's just bad.
Yes.
Kofi's armpit tetas.
Stays.
New Day's fucking pancake stays.
Stays.
Nicole Cross stays.
Stays.
Bailey's badonkadonk.
No, stay right there.
Man, you noticed it, didn't you?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that badonkadonky. And the new entrance to the book, Colt Cabana's broke ass. You put burp in there. I can't burp on command again. It definitely stays. And the final one, Lacey Evans' Veggie Wedgie, definitely stays.
He's
All
like
right.
this. Smelly.
All right, that's it for the show, folks. I know we babbled on all day, but I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And so basically, and because I didn't get a chance to say it last week, I'm going to say it right now. Before we close the show, I play a song. I just hit the shuffle button, and I play a song from my phone of Over. It's so big, I can't even announce it. But it's in the gazillions, times 7, in my phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowie,
Steve
wowie.
Jobs hooked me up with this phone. All right, so then all I do
Then he
is...
did?
Yes.
Don't blow this for me. So all I do is I just hit the shuffle button, just play along. But I'm going to make it more interesting. Can you beat the Wrestling POV crew and to see who gets it first? Be honest with yourself, people. Don't say, yeah, I beat them all the time. Get the fuck out of here. You're not that good. All right. But no, that's my challenge to you guys. Beat the Wrestling POV crew. Rick's been on a roll lately. It's always been like the first one on top of it. I can't really participate because I kind of see what it is, so it won't be fair. So I always leave it between Mimi and Rick. But if you can beat Mimi, what's your name again? Is your name Mimi? Is your name Mimi? If you can beat Mimi and Rick, hey, you know, it's just how we go off into the sunset until next week for our latest episode. We love you all, and thank you. And just chime in. Damn.
And if you see Miguel, let us know.
If you see Miguel, can you please let us know so he can get back to work? Jesus. All right. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with
Mimi Goody.
And the third wheel.
Rick Serrano the third.
No intern, I guess, right? Chill, poor guy.
Miguel Cole, where are you?
Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Adios.
Tornadoes! No suck! Oh, it's true.
It's dance.
You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck.
You guys are so awesome.
You suck.
You know, if anything, they should have kept him as general manager.
Oh, hell no.
No?
Sorry, Tony.
You crazy.
No. I know he's your buddy and all.
Crazy. You crazy. You suck.